Hello guys, welcome back to Jonga. Today we're going to be talking about the ban list, hopefully a little bit different than anyone else. I just want to point out some important key interactions or stuff going on from the ban list, things you need to look out for, especially as a combo deck player and especially as a competitive minded player. So I think this should be a pretty cool and informative video, and just to illustrate and illuminate some things you might not have thought of with the current changes to the ban list. So the first thing I want to go over with our good friend here, Dueling Book, would be Jet Syncron. So this is probably one of the biggest things for me because you lose Red Rose, but you gain Jet Syncron, and Jet Syncron has got a lot of stuff going on for it. So obviously it's very underrated that it has the the discard from hand effect. But we're in the age of the adventure engine, so you always have cards to discard for Jet Syncron because of Joker back. So simply Right and Jet is a nuts combo. It's so good. So obviously Jet is a Syncron, and so that means we can search it with tuning. So tuning is at 3, so we technically have 4 copies of Jet Syncron. Add in 1 with 1, you have like 5. Summon it off Hulk. So good. I forgot to mention that any 1 card Hulk with a Jet Syncron in the deck is a 1 card Artifact Scythe, because you go 1 card Hulk into Jet Syncron into Link Rebo, and then summon back that Jet and you make Dagda, and then you go Hulk into Wonder Magician, which will trigger the Dagda, you'll pop your own Scythe, and then you can make a Baron with the Wonder Magician and the Scythe. So yeah, Jet Syncron being unbanned is huge for that combo. It is so good. So yeah, you got lots of ways of searching it. And then there are plenty of other good Syncron monsters. So Rocket Syncron exists. Quick Draw is like if you want to have more extension. Steam is interesting because it's like level 3. It's good to have a level 3 Synchro when you're playing with adventure engines with Griffin. And he also has that Formula Synchron effect on the card, so you can do some quite cute things with this too. Stardust Syncron is very like new and underrated, really underexplored, but I've actually played this in a Sword Soul recipe with the idea of you can like tribute your Monk Atenyi to summon this over and then use this to synchro with. Like, this does lock you into synchroing for the rest of the turn, but as a generic extender it's been quite good for me in many decks. And level 4 is very helpful to make Chaos Ruler. So, and there's another smaller engine you can play with this, because with like Stardust Trail, Stardust Illumination, there's like an extended engine you can play with this. I don't think you should, but you definitely can. And then there's Satellite Synchron, which is like a level 2, it'll summon out of your hand when you summon a monster from your graveyard. So there's quite a lot of versatility with the tuning engine. I plan to try out a lot of adventure, good stuff decks with tuning in it and friends. So definitely looking forward to that. What else Jet Syncron has going for it? It's really good with like Therion ABC. So really good with Therion ABC because there's a particular combo in that deck that if you go into like a Hulk line, you go unauthorized activation into Talk Toon Gear to make Hulk, and then you actually need to discard an ABC piece at the end of the combo in order to get them in your grave for your ABC Buster Drake, which Jet Syncron allows you to do. Jet Syncron being legal also really helps the Scrap Recycler engine, like scrap engines in general. Like, you can trigger Recycler several times in a lot of decks with Scrap Wyvern and such, and then that gives you some good Synchro and Hulk access. I guess more points on this. You could also go hard in where I have to 1-for-1 combine with Souls in the further good stuff decks and the based decks. Like, I can definitely imagine myself playing a deck with Quick Launch and Tuning and Rockets and this and just go nuts. So yeah, I want to talk about Red Rose being limited to 1. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I think it will still be played. I don't think that it's like you're gonna summon it every game of Hulk. If you build your deck correctly to summon Hulk via other methods, you'll summon this card every game of Hulk, which I think is totally fine. Because it's just so good with the Adventure Engine. Like, the Adventure Engine being untouched in the new ban list is huge. I really enjoy playing with the Adventure Engine because it allows you to do many cool and unique combos, and the Red Rose cards really help you with that. So I definitely don't see these cards falling away out of popularity. They probably will, because you know people get this like placebo nerf idea that, oh, it's limited, I won't play it anymore, it must suck. And I will agree that drawing Red Rose was really strong in a lot of the decks, but there are plenty of one card Hulks that still exist in the game. Like, I can even search them very quickly. Like, I think Sangan is a really good one card Hulk. Carbonedon is a really good one card Hulk. You can even go so far, Deep Sea Diva, Deskbot, Lefty Righty Driver, the list goes on. There are many one card Hulks. Even Scrap Recycler, Mathematician. Oh yeah, now that Jet Syncron is unbanned, Mathematician is like, you know, maybe on the radar again. Normal summon effects, not really good with Adventure, but you get the idea. Like, Sangan, Nedon, 3-axis, E-Tally, I think it works. I think it works. So you can definitely craft your deck in a way to always summon Red Rose and just go nuts. I think this is worth it. Like, playing the 2 bricks to make it worth it is worth it. I think so. Monkey bought it 1. So I'm one of the lucky people that got to play at the Pepe YCS, 2016 Australian YCS. I came top 16 with Pepe, and Monkey Board is a ridiculous crazy card. Like, this will make a difference, especially with Beyond the Pendulum coming out. Like, there's a lot of Pendulum support incoming. It makes a lot of sense for them to do this, but the most important thing to remember with this card is that it gives you this combo with Good Turtle and Lizard Draw, and I guess by extension Pendulum Sorcerer. Where is he? Pendulum Sorcerer. Yeah, so you just like, you got 3 Skullcrobat Jokers. It's just, you know, scale this, search this, pand out this, pop Monkey Board, search Lizard Draw, and then you get a double draw. So that can really rack up the advantage very significantly, and perhaps do stuff that you weren't used to Pendulum doing in the past. So be on the lookout for these cards. Be on the lookout for Pendulum on the rise. Definitely is possible. One of the best Scythe decks, possibly, as well, I think. Next card, Change of Heart. So Change of Heart's in this weird spot with Mind Control, where it depends on, it's format specific, but you know, that doesn't stop people from using them. Like, these are very effective cards, and I will say with cards like Dark and Liner existing and being pretty strong right now, you could reasonably see decks siding Change of Heart and siding Mind Control, just to take advantage of link climbing and link plays. Still, they are very conditional, not the best. Again, not the biggest deal, but they definitely have a place to consider in like many combo players, you know, arsenals, because yeah, usually if you're playing a combo deck, in theory, it's better to use your opponent's monsters rather than just simply clear them, right? You can clear them and use them for your own purposes, which is great. Yeah, I definitely see this happening. Light Stage at 2. I love Light Stage. Big fan of Light Stage. And Light Stage being at 2, you just have to remember, it freezes back row, so it's, you know, set rotation and terraforming support inherently. It clears a back row card for the turn, and gives you a free light extender, and especially Agents came out, and Agents like free fairies, so maybe we could see some Trickstar engines being played with that, which is really cool. But this usually works in like a lot of fusion-based decks as well, like Invoked, Shadow, and Despia, all like having light monsters, and I like freezing back row too. And then don't forget to get the other cheeky burn effects that you can get with Trickstar in time, always great. So 3 Hero Lives is really, really, really significant. Why? Consistent ways to special Shadow Mist, which gets you to the Mask Change cards, which get you to Dark Law. Consistent ways to, you know, get to Stratos, which will get to Vion, which will get to Mali, which we saw this being played in like Dark Warrior Toolbox, Rongo Miniad. So think of Hero Lives is not just a hero card, it's an Isolt card. It's a combo deck card. It can get crazy really fast. Off a single spell card, you can just get full comboed into Oblivion. Mali at 2 might curb its power, and then, you know, Deskbot and Auroradon being irrelevant now as well, might, you know, if Infernoble players wanted to do that, to have to rethink their lines and do them a bit differently. But I still think be on the lookout for a Hero Lives. Definitely, because it'll be very, very, very significant. And then I've played this deck, but you can play heroes with Branded Fusion and Despia. The hero deck fits, like the hero fusion stuff fits in quite good with that. So be on the lookout for Dark Laws coming out of nowhere and crazy combo decks using a Hero Lives as a starter and an extender. As you know, Hero Lives is always a starter, but you know, Mali, Vion, Stratos, small compact warrior engine, put in other good warriors. There's a warrior Therion. There's lots of stuff going on with that. And I guess Scapegoat of 3 is pretty cool. I think the only deck where this will probably occur would be in heavy anti-meta-ish back row strategies to just like blow your opponent out of nowhere. But we only have one macro still, so I don't think we'll see that. I don't think Scythe being legal is still that much of an issue. Like, sure, the one card Hulk into Wonder Magician, Dagda is not that bad as, you know, DPE popping it all the time. I think that was a more, you know, that was a stronger way to use this card, but all in all, there's a lot of stuff going on in the new ban list, a lot of things for combo deck players like me to consider and to work with, and I, you know, definitely plan everything I've put here is, you know, decks that I will plan on using myself. So please stay tuned to the channel. I have a state championship in like a week, which is a lot like, you know, a nationals. So I have my nationals very soon where I have to, you know, I usually will try and take something that I think is pretty strong. I'm already working on some tuning stuff with, you know, common adventure decks, working out all the kinks, but over the next few weeks at various locals, I'll be trying out almost everything up here in various different decks because I'm really looking forward to it. Like, a lot of these cards I have great connection to and I really enjoy them. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, hope you enjoy, bye bye, thank you.